You really need to wash your fabrics. I hand wash them and I see how much dye comes out of the fabric, and it is unbelievable. So put it in hot water, and I use dishwashing detergent, and put them in the dryer afterwards. Okay, so for the pincushion itself, I am going to use these two fabrics. And then I will add, for the basket, I'll be using these two fabrics plus some of these others. This was an old sheet that I found, which I think is a great color to go with this. And it gives you really long pieces for your basket, and so that is a plus. The best way that I have found to make these is to, okay, I'm going to go across, I'm going to bring in the corners, the sides, and I've got where I pressed it, and from the edge, the trick is to get the same distance from the edge. Try to. Then you're going to go through the two pieces of fabric. And again, about the same distance from the edge. That's important. Now see, this one is not right because it did not make a point on the other side. And so instead of pulling it so tight, you just kind of want it to be a point or a triangle is the best way I can describe it. So I loosened up on how tight I was pulling it. If that makes any sense. I press them with the flat iron. I am looking for more flat irons to see if some are better than others. I picked this one up at a secondhand shop. And there you are. Okay, to join the pieces, or to join the hexies together, I've already pressed these with the flat iron. And I usually kind of, place them It's a little bit different from the paper piecing because the hexies are not quite as accurate. So anyway, you can see how I did that. Okay, for joining them together, you can do a whip stitch, which is just going through 2 pieces of the fabric. After doing a couple of them, I've decided that I like the way it lays flat by doing it this way. I'm going to go through the one side, go over the other hexie, and then I'm going to come through this side. Because I'm trying to do it on camera, I'm messing up. So. Going through. And I just pass this through twice through the loop and pull it. And that was annoying. I should have cut that off in the beginning. Okay, so I just want, the reason I do it that way is because I just like the way it lays flat. The whip stitch is a little bit thicker. And then you just kind of bend your fabric so that you can and then I'll just continue to add these on. Just take your fabric right sides together, and I'm just using a regular pen. I'm doing it lightly because I can't find my disappearing ink pen. And you're just going to pin it. Then I'm just going to cut out around it. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball this to find the center. And then I'll put it right in the middle of the crease, but then just kind of eyeball it again, make sure that's pretty good for me. And you're gonna sew this whip stitch, or however you choose to stitch it. I don't know if you can see this. I thought I would show how I'm doing it. I go and grab the back fabric, and then I pull it up through the flower, then back down right across from where I came out, grab the fabric and come back up. Okay, so I have finish this on top. And I decided that I am going to go ahead and do the quilting around it. This is quilting thread, and I thought I'd show you how I do it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to just quilt around each little hexagon, and how I do it is come up through the top. I'm going to do a back stitch, and that's just how I'm going to do it, a back stitch. Okay, and then when I get finished, I'm just going to take this and put these, oh, that's right, I'm using the, oh, yeah, I'm using the back side of my fabric. Okay, so I'm just going to put these together after I get finished quilting around it, and I'm just going to do the back stitch all the way. Okay, I had sewn this the first time, and I left an opening and stuffed it, and that does not work. I wasn't getting the round feeling. I want this to be round, perfectly round. So I opened it back up, took the stuffing out, and what I'm going to do now is I've sewed this all the way around, and I am going to put a little slit in here for turning. And then that way I will have that round I have to do it a little bit more. Oh yeah, that's a whole lot better. So yeah, I would suggest doing that. And then you'll stuff the opening. Through here and then stitch up. That gives you a good circle. And use pillows and get the stuffing out of those. But this one was okay, I wanted to mention something else too. I am going to put a tiny little button in here. And so I'm kind of taking my stuffing and I'm working it towards the edges and keeping, I'll put a little bit more stuffing in here, but not a lot. And then I'll close this up and I'm gonna put a little button. Okay, to zip this up, we are going to, I pulled the knot through, it's coming in at the end, and I'm going to and here comes the magic. Just wanted to show how all of these turned out a little different, even though all the same pattern, same circle. Some are thicker, some are more wonky. And this one is just big. I guess I really stuffed it, so. But I like all the differences of them. There's the one that I just finished. I'm using it already, but I'm getting ready to put the buttons on. Okay, it's now time to put on the button, and I have a lot of different ones I've been trying, and for this one, I like this sparkly one shank button. So since this is the hardest one to put on, I'm gonna show this one. So I've made an extra large knot. I wrapped 6 times around my needle, and now I'm gonna pull it up and go back down, make my indent. This one is really stuffed, maybe a little too much, but so I'm gonna do this twice, go back through. Oh, and I'm using upholstery thread. You do see the knot on this, but it really doesn't bother me. Okay, so now I'm going to come back up to the center. I've went through twice. And I thought this would have been a really cute button too, but I'm gonna go with the sparkly one, okay? Just pull it. Hole so the shank can go in. Okay, that did it. And now I'm going to pull it tight. You know, I might even come back up again and go back down just to make sure that the shank stays in the little hole. And I'm gonna hold the and wrap through 3 times. And then pull, just had to pull a little tighter. And so that one's done. And I did double thread on this one because of it being the shank button. Okay, so all of my pincushions are finished, and it's been a lot of fun making them. They aren't perfect by any means, but it has been fun. And the next video, this is my first video, and the next one will be making this basket to put the little pincushion in. And it's got, I've got threads here, but it's got, I'm already using it. It's little buttons and beads, and it's just adorable. But I hope that you'll subscribe to my channel. When I started this YouTube channel years ago, it was to kind of keep track of the things that I make, and it's always changing. I do dolls, I do, so there'll be dolls on this channel. There'll be a little bit of everything because I just really enjoy art. I love being creative, and I hope to share that with you. Thank you, and bye.